Missions Pulse. Know God's heart, join his mission.
Take America, because this was brought up in the context of a Christian American that is, wanting to share their faith with others. So think about what people are going through. The divorce rate in our country is well over 50%. People are on drugs. They're committing adultery. They're hopeless. They're afraid of the future. They're trying their best without God to live life, and they're horribly failing. What if we, God's people, were empowered to actually give people a message of hope? What if we were to have some relevant answers that would really help our neighbors, help our friends at work, help people that we're connected to? But what's sad is so many of us Christians, we're all screwed up too. So to me, I don't mean to sound religious or over spiritual, but it all goes back to our relationship with Jesus. The more real you are with him, the more real you're going to be with people. But if you're out there sharing Jesus out of a sense of obligation as a religious zealot, people are going to be so repulsed by Christianity. Like, I grew up in a non-Christian home. Like heathen. We're talking about my family wanted nothing to do with God. And as I got older, I found out why. Because they were repulsed by people who so-called represented Jesus. So I think, again, in the church, we have to empower people to have a deep, intimate relationship with Jesus, and then allow their life to be a mirror that reflects who he really is. Because if we represent him accurately, he's irresistible. Jesus is irresistible. Think of us as Christians. We're educated, we're intelligent, we're good looking. We got humble. The whole package going. Humble, all that's in the package, right? And yet because somehow, some way, we received the message of Jesus Christ, we received him, and he revolutionized our life. We're not some weird, freaky people out on the fringe that, was looking for some weird religion. We heard the message, and it changed our lives in a big way. So why do we think others won't? Why are we so scared to share something with others that has radically changed our lives? Why are we scared to do that?
Well, it obviously speaks to the fact that maybe we haven't really experienced the true transformation.
That's a scary thought.
Well, there's recent books called The Unsaved Christian out there, and we're talking about 51% of the churchgoers, not necessarily Christians. Nick Ripken, author of Insanity of God, was recently talking to me, and he was saying whenever he goes into churches, he doesn't consider that those churches are populated with Christians, and therefore he has changed the way he communicates his message. It also reminds me of what you're talking about, the heart being central, and our heart transformed by Jesus being paramount and central to this whole mission, our life on mission, missional living, or in our case, missionary, cross-cultural missionary. I love what David Platt said. He says, don't try to manifest a heart or mind for missions that is devoid of relational intimacy.
That's well said.
I think many times we have an empathy, right? The poor children, the lost this, whatever it is. And that's a draw that we use in missions. We use it in every other way, save the whales, save the seas, whatever it is. There's an empathetic call. But we're trying to manifest this heart or mind for missions that's devoid of relational intimacy. There is no longevity to that. You will find...
And we're not fulfilling the mission Jesus gave us.
And you'll find that if you only have compassion for the lost and not a basis of a passion and love for God's glory and obedience to him, well, it's going to become drudgery soon enough. And loving your neighbor as yourself ain't that easy. And you'll be quoting Spurgeon, if I were God and the world treated me as it treated him, I'd kick that wretched thing to pieces. And there goes your love for your neighbors. But it's got to start in that heart and transform from the inside out.
Absolutely.
It seems like your message is almost too simple in some ways.
Missions Pulse. Know God's heart, join his mission. This podcast is powered by Within Reach Global. Subscribe, watch, and listen on YouTube today. Visit missionspulse.com.